Welcome to VisionStream News. Today we're diving deep into Mexican soccer, into the passionate, historic rivalry between Puebla, La Franja, and the mighty Aguilas of America. Get ready for a wild ride as we look back at the unforgettable games, the controversial calls, and the amazing goals that have made this rivalry so epic. From Cuauhtémoc Stadium to Azteca Stadium, the battle for bragging rights has been fierce, leaving a huge mark on Mexican soccer. So get ready, friends, because we're about to travel through time, revisiting the moments that have made this a rivalry for the ages. Get ready for some awesome highlights. You could feel the excitement in the air. The anticipation was palpable, a living, breathing entity that seemed to hover over the stadium. Fans from all walks of life had gathered, united by their love for the game and their loyalty to their teams. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the hopes and dreams of thousands. The smell of roasted peanuts and the nervous energy of thousands of fans filled the stadium. Vendors moved through the aisles, their calls blending with the murmur of the crowd. People were munching on snacks, sipping on drinks, trying to calm their nerves. It was a scene of organized chaos, a beautiful mess that only a football match could create. Puebla, the underdogs, the scrappy fighters, were up against the mighty América, a team used to winning. The contrast between the two teams was stark. Puebla, with their blue jerseys, looked determined, their faces set with resolve. América, in their red jerseys, exuded confidence, their warm-up routines smooth and practiced. It was David versus Goliath, and the stage was set for an epic showdown. From the first whistle, it was a battle. The players charged at each other, their movements a blur of color and speed. The sound of the whistle was like a starting gun, and the game was on. Every player knew what was at stake, and they played like their lives depended on it. Every tackle was a boom, every pass was perfect, and every shot was a prayer. The intensity was off the charts. Players collided with each other, their bodies slamming together with a force that echoed through the stadium. Passes were executed with precision, each one a potential game changer. Shots at goal were met with bated breath, the crowd collectively holding their breath. And then, it happened. An amazing play. A moment of pure skill. A goal that sent the Puebla fans wild. The ball sailed through the air, curving just right, and found the back of the net. The stadium erupted in cheers, a deafening roar that could be heard for miles. Puebla had done the unthinkable. They had scored against América. The stadium exploded with cheers, a sea of red and white. Flags waved, people hugged each other, and the joy was infectious. It was a moment that would be remembered for years to come, a highlight in the annals of football history. But América, hurt but not defeated, fought back. They regrouped quickly, their faces a mask of determination. They were not going to let this goal define the match. They attacked with renewed vigor, their movements more aggressive, their passes more precise. They pushed hard, attacked with the fierceness of a wild animal. Every move was calculated, every play meticulously planned. They were like a well-oiled machine, each player knowing exactly what to do. The pressure was on Puebla, and they felt it. The tension was crazy. The minutes felt like hours. Fans were on the edge of their seats, their eyes glued to the action on the field. The clock seemed to tick slower, each second dragging on. It was a nail-biting finish, and no one knew what would happen next. And then, near the end of the game, a penalty. The referee's whistle cut through the air, pointing to the spot. It was a moment of high drama, a chance for América to tie the game. The tension was unbearable, the stakes higher than ever. A chance for América to tie the game. Everyone held their breath. The stadium fell silent, the only sound the beating of thousands of hearts. It was a moment that could change everything, a moment that would be talked about for years. The player stepped up to take the penalty, the whole country watching. The ball hit the back of the net, and the stadium erupted once more. The final whistle blew, and it was over. A tie, a result that felt like a win for Puebla. They had held their own against a giant, and that was something to be proud of. The fans celebrated, their joy uncontainable. It was a match that would go down in history, a match for the ages. This game just made the rivalry even more intense. The players shook hands, but the fire in their eyes said it all. This was not the end, it was just the beginning. The next match would be even more fiercely contested, the stakes even higher. And the fans, well, they wouldn't have it any other way. 1990, a year that would go down in the annals of Mexican football history, a year Puebla and América fans will never forget. It was a time when the air was thick with anticipation, and the stakes were higher than ever. It was the year this rivalry really took off. The tension between the two teams had been simmering for years, but 1990 was the year it truly exploded. Cuauhtémoc Stadium was packed, a sea of color, buzzing with anticipation. Fans from both sides filled the stands, their faces painted, their voices loud. Puebla, not underdogs anymore, were close to something big. They had been building up to this moment, their players more determined than ever. America, the giants of Mexican soccer, stood in their way. Known for their dominance and skill, they were not going to make it easy. The game was close and tough. Every pass, every tackle, every shot was contested fiercely. Both teams played with everything they had. The players left their hearts on the field, knowing that this match was more than just a game. And then, in a moment that will always be remembered, Puebla scored. The ball soared through the air, finding the back of the net with precision. An amazing goal, a moment of magic that shocked Mexican soccer. It was a goal that would be talked about for generations. The stadium went crazy, the crowd roared, the ground shook, fans jumped, screamed, and hugged each other in sheer joy. Puebla had done the impossible, they had beaten the giants. It was a victory that defied the odds and stunned the nation. That win, that moment of triumph, changed everything. It was a turning point, a moment that would redefine the rivalry forever. It made Puebla real rivals to America, starting a fire that still burns today. The match was more than just a game, it was the birth of a fierce rivalry that continues to captivate fans. Chapter 3, Cuauhtémoc Blanco, the maestro of the rivalry, Cuauhtémoc Blanco. Just hearing his name brings back memories of amazing skills, crazy goals, and a love for the game that was almost unmatched. For America, he was a hero, a leader, a magician with the ball. But against Puebla, Blanco seemed even better. He was legendary in this rivalry. He controlled the game, his passes cutting through defenders like butter. And his goals, powerful shots, delicate chips, booming free kicks. Blanco could do it all. He was a huge problem for Puebla, a force they couldn't stop. Even now, years after he retired, Blanco's legend is still a big part of this rivalry. Chapter 4. The penalty, a controversy for the ages. It was a moment that made everyone mad, a call that people still argue about today. The year, the score, even the players don't really matter. What matters is how unfair it felt, the feeling of being cheated. A penalty was given, a penalty that even the other team's fans thought was wrong. Watching the replays again and again only made it worse. The penalty was scored, of course, but for the fans, the players, everyone who believes in fair play, it felt awful. People still talk about that penalty today, a reminder that even in a tough game, fairness is important. Chapter 5, 2018. The upset that shook the Liga MX. This is the story of an unforgettable night, a night that would be etched in the memories of football fans forever. 2018, a year Puebla fans will never forget. It was a season filled with ups and downs, but nothing could prepare them for what was about to unfold. A year their beloved Franja pulled off one of the biggest upsets in Liga MX history. Against all odds, they managed to defy expectations and create a moment of pure magic. America, the champions, came to Cuauhtémoc Stadium feeling unbeatable. They had a stellar season, dominating their opponents with ease and confidence. Puebla, on the other hand, were having a tough season. Struggling to find form, they were seen as the underdogs, a team that many had written off. But something amazing happened that night. Something magical. The atmosphere was electric, the fans were buzzing, and the players were ready to give it their all. With the support of their fans, Puebla played with heart and incredible energy. The crowd's unwavering support fueled their determination, pushing them to fight for every ball. They attacked non-stop, every touch of the ball cheered by the crowd. The energy in the stadium was palpable, and it seemed to lift the players to new heights. America, surprised by this, couldn't do anything. And then, it happened. The moment that would change everything. The goal that shocked the Liga MX. A beautifully executed play that left the champions stunned and the fans in absolute ecstasy. A goal that sent Puebla fans into a frenzy. The final whistle blew. Puebla had done it. They had achieved the impossible. They had beaten the giants. The underdogs had triumphed, and in doing so, they had written a new chapter in the history of Liga MX. This was more than just a game. It was a testament to the power of belief, determination, and the unbreakable bond between a team and its fans. So there you have it, friends. A look at one of the most exciting and intense rivalries in Mexican soccer. From the amazing goals to the controversial calls, from the legendary players to the dedicated fans, the battles between Puebla and América have made history. Thanks for watching VisionStream News. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome sports videos. See you next time.